Hey guys, my name is Josh, and as some of you may know, I've created some videos regarding the basic flight simulator components. Now today I'm going to be creating what is probably the most important video regarding this subject because it's going to directly focus on how to get the most out of your flight simulator. The video I'm going to create today is actually going to use direct knowledge from the real world of aviation.
As somebody who has built the simplest simulators to intermediate level, to building real training prototypes, and working with more advanced devices, I want to share with you what has helped me the most. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this useful video with your friends. The intention here is to help and share knowledge about aviation and simulators that is very difficult to obtain. Before we get started, I want to take a quick moment and show appreciation to the Florida Flight Center for sharing valuable information which I obtained directly from certified instructors. Also Aviatech, who is taking a lot of this information and building the most realistic devices. And finally, the Association of Flight Simulator Builders and Instructors for sharing useful information and helping others. My story is very similar to yours. I started with the basics and asked myself, what's the next step? Or what else can I do to make my simulator better, more enjoyable and realistic? I know this video will be a bit long, but I can assure you the information shared in this video will forever change your flight simulation experience and help you enjoy it to the max. So let's get started. Without doubt, the best introduction to flying an aircraft that you can get is a discovery flight. They range from about $80 to $200, but the experience and knowledge you obtain is priceless. It's one of the best gifts that you can give for a birthday or Christmas. What will definitely get your attention is the amount of procedures that the pilot will show you, which most people are completely unaware of. You will see the pilot perform checklists, startup procedures, instrument calibration, flight plan entry, radio communications, takeoff, approaches, and landing procedures. When you get back to your simulator, you will never look at it the same way. Since you experienced how much fun it was, now you will want to expand or upgrade, and the good news is, now you know in which direction to go. When you go for yours, make sure to take a notepad with a list of questions that you would like answered. So how do we know what's out there when it comes to accessories or options for our simulators? The best way to find out is to go to the Flight Sim Expo, which runs every year. Here is your chance to see the most useful and newest devices, but also attend presentations or talk to experienced flight simmers about interesting products. Now that you have a better understanding of what it is to fly a plane and what you will need to duplicate that, we can go into our next important topic, hardware and upgrades. A simple upgrade, such as going from your first joystick to a good yoke, will immediately change your experience. A yoke will add more realism, but also proper placements of buttons that are used for trimming, autopilot disconnect, radio communications, and many more functions. Now imagine if you applied this same concept to ground steering, radio panels, landing gear, light switches, and avionics. The cool thing is there are many ways to accomplish this, either by mixing software and touchscreens, or even better, purchasing hardware. Please make sure to check out my other videos where I show you how to easily build some of these components. A word of caution though, be careful when purchasing pre-made panels. Once you start getting more advanced, you will outgrow these and they usually do not resemble what you see in real aircraft. This is why eventually you switch from generic panels to custom-built, higher quality hardware, such as those built by Aviatech. After switching from the basic Logitech panels to custom-made panels by Aviatech, well, you can see for yourself how much of a difference it made to my simulator and training devices. Even with hardware, there are levels of interaction that will completely change your game. Simply put, your goal should be to reach NokeNomo Status. I know it sounds weird, but this is a term I came up with during prototype building to replace the phrase no keyboard, no mouse. Once you have enough hardware and no longer need to use the keyboard or mouse for any function, your experience definitely reaches another level. It's so important that even the FAA has this as a requirement before certifying any flight training device. I may get criticized for the next important tip, but it has proven to be one of the most effective tools for training those who are new to aviation and flight simulation. At just $25, Flight Simulator X or 10 Steam Edition still has the most complete interactive flight training that you can find for a simulator. It comes with a massive library that includes reading materials, useful diagrams, and also flight lessons with a virtual instructor that will assist you and provide useful feedback during your flights. The training is very detailed and helps you work your way up from the most basic airplanes, instruments, and procedures to the more advanced avionics and jets. To test your skills, you can try and pass the check rides as well as engage in many missions available in the game. Two other rich sources of information that greatly helped me were air shows and museums. Air shows give you a great idea about the sizes and flight dynamics of different aircrafts. Real avionics and flight simulator companies also set up booths, allowing you to test new features or familiarize yourself with the avionics. Museums are great for viewing older aircraft and systems and understanding where instruments came from. You can also find advanced simulators at both air shows and museums. If you want to make your learning experience more interesting and have something really cool at home to look at that represents a real aircraft, well, check out our cockpit posters. We have all sizes available from small and portable to full cockpit sizes with all instruments and avionics. Finally, forums have given me the opportunity to help and be helped. Many users who have been in flight simulation or aviation for decades are willing to help and answer many questions. They also share configuration files, hardware ideas, feedback, and creative ways to enjoy your simulator to the max. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. There is a lot more to come. Thanks for watching.